We're here with Steve Watts. Steve is one of the founding members of Zero. He's part of Jazz at Jack's, which is one of the jazz venues here in the Denver metro area. Welcome, Steve.
Thank you very much. I'm glad to be here.
What does jazz mean to the Denver community, in your opinion?
Well, I think people don't realize how important jazz is to the Denver community. We have rich education that I've been a part of, been a benefactor of as I was growing up, and I'm a Denver native. I was the benefactor of great teachers that you know, taught us and showed us how to you know, make a career out of it as we grew up. And then also, you know, things like Denver jazz clubs. When I was a kid, I snuck into a number of jazz clubs to see my favorite artists, a place called Ebbets Field, and you know, a number of other places, and it was just part of the culture. We wanted to hear the best players, and I think that Denver is kind of an unknown jazz mecca that is growing all the time, and I'm hoping that we will be a 7-night-a-week jazz venue like the big cities of Chicago and all the other cities that people consider jazz cities.
What is the importance of the jazz community in furthering the diversity and the cultural life of Denver?
Well, I think that starts. I think that starts at the educational level, and I think we have, you know, the Denver School of the Arts. We have some great teachers out there that are not only great teachers but great players, and they're from every level, you know, from elementary schools to, we have incredible teachers in the universities, from Ron Miles at, you know, down at Auraria, Eric Gunnison, Mike Martelier at Denver University. That's just to name a few, but these are players that play out all the time, but are also educating our youth and giving them an idea, you know, of what it takes to be a professional, and then they're doing a great job.
What is it about Denver itself that attracts such world-class musicians?
I think Denver is just a great place to live, and a great place to play. There's enough work. There are, you know, it's hard during certain times of the year because, you know, we need more you know, places to play, but places like Jazz at Jack's and Dazzle and great clubs like these, El Chapultepec, Lauren Newman's place, Herb's Hideaway. You know, these are great places for jazz musicians to play, and that's what they do. And then during the summertime, you know, the weather is so wonderful here in Colorado that you know there's a ton of festivals that you can play at, and when you're out on the road, and you always know you're coming back to Colorado. So You know, people ask us all the time, you know, they ask us, well, why don't you move to where the, to the West Coast or the East Coast or Chicago or to Nashville? But, you know, you have to live your life where your inspiration is. And for me, my inspiration is Colorado, and that makes my music more interesting because I'm enjoying where I live.
How would you like to see the business community support jazz in the area?
Well, I would like to see the business community support jazz in the idea that, realizing that jazz musicians work every day like everybody else does. You know, a lot of people, I think sometimes people think, oh, you play you play on the weekend. Well, that's not really true. I mean, we work, pretty much 7 days a week. And I'd like to see the business community support us by saying, oh, we've got a luncheon here, or we've got a brunch here, or we've got an event here that we can have you come and play for. I think they can support that way, and also I think even more importantly, I'd like to see the business community support the venues that I've spoken of. I think just getting together and saying ideas, giving ideas up on how to get bigger and better, and coming together. I think if we all come together, on a situation like that, I think we can all benefit from that.
Is there anything else you'd like to say as part of this process to the business community?
No.